It's an emotional decision to make, and one of the most difficult things is coming to terms with the future and what that looks like. I personally have a son with a disability who went through the process of running his own Transition IEP meetings. And very early on, he was put in a position to run those meetings. Ever since he was a little guy, he would come to those meetings. And to watch him take on the ownership of that and become a master of his own destiny, that's the point of all of it.
Like someone throwing a boulder against the door to my room. Blood shattered, cold air washed my skin, blast relief, mom's hand pressed against my forehead.
Madison's my daughter, and she's 19 years old. At age 8, she was diagnosed with autism. As time went on, she started to verbalize that she was having difficulty in the classroom situation, and I wanted high school to be an enjoyable experience for her. And I was afraid if I continued on with the diploma track that she would probably, like I said, just withdraw and not want to come to school. And so I wanted it to be a positive experience for her.
My favorite part of high school was reading. I like to read Nancy Drew and American Girl. Yes, I like to work with children. They like the stories.
The big decision is whether or not the child, the student, will be working toward a diploma. That's really the question. There's only one certificate, and the certificate basically says that the student accomplished their IEP goals. A student with an IEP can work on it until the year that they turn 22, so there's plenty of time to do that. A diploma, on the other hand, means that they've met particular state requirements. The question has to be asked, can we get to the point of getting a diploma? And that's a difficult time. That's really a moment of realization of what's possible.
My name is Madison Geyer. I'm 19 years old. I want to be a teacher when I grow up. I left high school last year. I left with a certificate. I feel happy about my future.
We chose, after we had the CASE conference, to have Madison start with Workforce Diversity, which is an agency that will go out and job shadow, and Madison was able to job shadow. She's now employed. She works at the local Walgreens, and besides also volunteering at the Bon Air Elementary School.
At a CASE conference, the parents and the students need to take a look at what's been accomplished so far and what the vision is for that student. And the student's input in that is so important. They're the most important person there. They have to be committed to the idea, and they have to see themselves doing it. And so in terms of that conversation, it really should begin very early. It should be something that is started in elementary, in middle. By law, we don't have to start it until the student is about to turn 14 or enter into 9th grade. But it makes sense that we should be formulating that vision with the student all along.
At the end of their senior year, the students still get to walk through graduation and participate in all the senior and graduation activities like every other student. No one knows they're getting a certificate except for the parent and the student. Their classmates don't know. It looks like the diploma, only it says certificate instead of diploma.
There's ever a question between certificate and diploma, if they're kind of on the fence, we always tell them, you know, go for the diploma. The certificate is always there. We want to start out as soon as possible. We want them to go into school. We want them to go into that freshman year saying, I'm working for a diploma. Because if we wait to the end of that sophomore year, they're going to have a heck of a time trying to catch up.
When making that decision, the team members should look at, for example, how did the student perform in I-STEP in the past? How did they perform on any ECAs that they've accomplished? What courses have been taken, and how have they done on those courses?
My skin was on fire, hurt so badly I couldn't.
Madison graduated and she's out in the public. I really feel that with the work-study program, it prepared her to be able to interact better with adults. Makes me proud as a parent. I never thought that Madison would get to this point. She's pretty busy every day. She's out doing something every day of her life. Her social skills have tremendously improved a lot. I knew that she was happy.